So this is a page. This is a single design image. There will be more here, and for users to able to see the full version of the image, we're doing a light box here. Now I will show you on little accessibility situation. Now when we have clicked on that zoom in button on the thumbnail image there, we are now on the light box, and to see the rest of the image from bottom, uh, we need to scroll down because the rest of the image at the bottom is cut, as you can see. So to scroll down, if we want to scroll from our keyboard, our laptop keyboard here, pressing and holding the right down arrow key. So if we do that, I am pressing the down arrow key, but nothing is happening here. Now if we just, when I have tried already as a user, and if we just uh, move the cursor, or if we just click on the image, and then if we try pressing the arrow down, it is working. Now as a web developer, I could not leave it this way. When the light box is here and we are pressing down the down arrow key on the keyboard to see the rest of the image, I as a user should not have to click on the image first to be able to scroll. But for majority of the users, I think that's not a problem, because when you first go and try to scroll, it's not scrolling. Let's click here and then try again. So maybe it's not, if it's not the majority, maybe some of the people, if it is less than 50%, but there are some people who are going to be like, well, let's just put a click and try again. Now this is an accessibility issue basically. So what we want to do, what would be the optimal situation here? As a user, when I'm clicking the zoom in, we should not have to do anything else. We just want to see the rest of the image, and we will scroll down by pressing and holding the arrow down key on your laptop keyboard, and it should work. So first of all, let me explain what's happening. So when we are on this light box situation, okay, what happens is browser does not see this area, this light box, as the interactive area yet. The browser is still on this main body, the main document. That's why when we click here and when we click on this light box anywhere for the first time, and then browser is like, well, then user is interacting with this area, then I should also interact with this area. Meaning, if user now press and hold, or just press the arrow down key on the keyboard, I should let them scroll down. So that is the situation, but the accessibility is not optimal, uh, in terms of accessible web page. So the solution is, when we will, like, as a user, we will click on zoom in. As web developer who, like, is building this website, who are building this web page, we should make sure that users don't necessarily have to click on the area to be able to scroll. Users will be here and they will, like, press arrow down, arrow up, arrow left, and it will scroll immediately. So some people who are, like, building websites, they might be like, well, it's working when we just put a click, it's working, okay, so you could just leave it that way. Now the 100% accessibility is not there. We should care about that. So what we are doing essentially here is we are putting focus. So with JavaScript, what we are doing is we are saying to browser that when we will click the zoom in button, immediately, automatically, we are making this area now focused. Okay, the body, the main website, the main web page underneath is not focused. The focused element area is now this slide box area. Now we don't have to click on that area to be able to scroll. If we just press arrow down, it should scroll just fine. So I don't know if this made sense to you, but this is a very little accessibility situation that we should not escape. So it's more of, like, what SA's web solution cares about, like doing and sharing the video, and a little bit of, sharing our work with you, how we, like, work, how we do things on a website when building, and what are the things that we care. So and us, SA's web solution, and good and bad practices in terms of your business's digital presence. So this is a little thing, and it should always be this way, meaning putting the accessibility thing in place, like focus thing in place, so users, when they have clicked and they're on the lightbox area, and they will just scroll, they will just press the arrow down key or arrow up, arrow left, and they will be able to scroll. So it's very essential thing. It's not a big thing maybe to share, but anyway, the people for this lightbox situation, if it is in WordPress, people will just usually install a plugin, but doing it with installing a plugin is just not the way of SA's web solution. And I think if we want to protect the tagline ensuring the quality of websites, the tagline of SA's web solution, whatever we do, whatever feature we integrate into the website, it has to be done in the best possible way. So one little thing with third-party plugins, so those plugins uh, are created to cover a lot of features, but on this given situation, in this given situation, we might not need all the other features. We might only need one or two or a couple of features, not all. But the JavaScript or CSS or all the codes files from that plugin are getting injected into your website. Maybe most of them are not necessary. So this goes against the mindset of SaaS Web Solution. So SaaS Web Solution, to be direct, whatever we need, we will just use that on a website. No unnecessary thing should be injected into the website. This is one of the commitments of SaaS Web Solution.